Okay, so it is me, Sky, Nbtsky, and we are doing my daily reads. Today I am doing a daily read. I'm not using tarot cards, so there is moments where I just choose not to use tarot cards. So we are in the sign of Capricorn, and so I'm going to use another little system to compensate for the fact that I'm not using tarot cards today. So as we already know, when we're dealing with this, if you looked at any of my previous readings, when you get this 2065, this total, this is the future energy, which we're going to talk about later. I'm using a Chinese system to talk about the energy of the ox and the energy of the rooster. Matter of fact, we'll just go in order today because why not, right? We're going to go literally in order. So we're talking about this future situation, right? 2065 is associated with the Chinese year, the wood rooster, which is associated with the planet Jupiter, right? Now, we're in a transition between Jupiter and Capricorn. So you like right on its cusp, right? So when we're dealing with the energies in the roosters, you're dealing with outgoing, funny, independent, and smart individuals. And it ain't, of course, like everybody else have weaknesses, right? And you could go look this up. Impatient, boastful, egotistical, and then you have the personality traits of aggressive, picky, and hardworking, dependable, and great performance, which makes sense when you're going between this Jupiter, Saturn, Capricorn kind of energy. Now, the year of the rooster is 2065. When you break 2065 down, you get this 13 and 4, which if you're looking at another system will bring you into Saturn. And when you look at the planet that rules over the ox, it's Saturn, right? So this is the matching energy for the 2065 situation. This is the future. Let's get this clear. All right, so when we're dealing with the ox, is associated, like I told you, is associated with the planet Saturn, and the year of the ox, which is associated with people who are bright, inspiring, patient, and hardworking. So these two energies work together. If you're tapping in the higher energy, this is the future. So we're talking about 2065 right here. This is just my way of looking at numbers in astrology and a whole nother system today, which is a Chinese system. I may do this a couple of more times, and you'll see how astrology, numerology, astronomy, tarot, bone throwing, all of these systems kind of coincide with each other when you kind of pay attention. So anyway, let's move forward. The month. Even though we're still in December, we're at the cusp. So there's a transition between Jupiter and Saturn. So I had to look at this a little bit different because I did not want to do tarot cards today. So being that today is the 29th, it would usually be associated, with the Two of Coins, which is talking about today. The Two of Coins is about balancing things out. Trying to find balance in the physical reality, whether it be money, material wealth, so on and so forth. That's the Two of Coins. The Two of Coins is associated with December 22nd to December 30th. Now, today, which is the 29th, we're going to deal with the overall energy. It's in the 11 and 2. And when we're dealing with the 11 and 2, if we're dealing with tarot, we're dealing with moon energy, the high priestess energy, hidden information, secrets, knowing things that other people don't know, tapping into the universe, being able to pull that energy, and so on and so forth. This energy discusses certain things, but there's still energies or information that's cloaked when you're dealing with the high priestess and overall. So if we in Capricorn energy and we talking about earth energy, we talking about there's things that's going on the earth that's not fully revealed, things that's going on with people that's not fully revealed, things that's going on with money that's not fully revealed. We're dealing with the physical aspects, period. And we're still in that Saturn energy, right? So when we're looking at this high, medium, and low frequency. So the high frequency is in Pluto. When you're talking about Pluto, You're talking about if we done with tarot, you talk about the 5, the 6, the 7 of cups. Now, in some systems, Pluto is looked at as a fire energy, and in some systems, it's looked at as a water energy. I'm looking at it primarily right now as a water energy. So, if we're dealing with the 5 of Cups, you're dealing with people that's born or may be affected today at born at 10 October 23rd to like November 1st, right? And this is dealing with acceptance, forgiveness, and gratitude. So, if you're dealing with this energy and you're born between November 2nd and the 12th, you're dealing with this 6 of Cups, childhood friends, memories, innocence, help from the past thoughts. So this may be high in frequency for people in that birthday. And then you're dealing with the 7 of Cups, choices, imagination, wishes, right? This is the higher frequency, so we're looking at it in a positive light. And so you're dealing with like November 13th to the 22nd. People born within that time range may be having, a lot of choices, a lot of thoughts, imagination is flowing, wishes, a whole lot of that is coming into place. So this is the higher frequency of it all. Now, I had to write this down because it's a numerology report. It's a numerology report. So now we get into the next number, which is the medium frequency. And the medium frequency is in Mercury. Now, Mercury, if we're dealing with tarot, comes down into 3 different sections. So we dealing with Gemini, Virgo kind of energy. So we got May 21st to the 31st. We're dealing with the 8 of Swords, right? At the medium frequency. So when we at the medium frequency, the vibration is either or. The vibration is either or. It's like going back and forth. So some of us, depending on where we're vibrating, whether you're vibrating in a higher or the lower frequency, you're going to experience certain things. So, this is kind of a situation of feeling empowered or disempowered. You're going to have a group of people in this energy between that's born May 21st to the 31st that may go through these, depending on how they look at reality and how they deal with their vibration and what they're dealing with. There may be a group of you that feel disempowered, and there may be a group of you that feel empowered. The concept is to stay in the higher frequency of it all. When you're dealing with the 8 of Swords, it's about self-entrapment also. So things that may seem to be trapping you in probably isn't, and there's always like an out to it. Like, see, I'm standing here talking to y'all in the kitchen. All types of interruptions are going to take place. I understand it and I respect that. Not you, I'm talking about outside. So it's not a big deal. So now, from June 1st to the 10th, you talk about the 9 of Swords. So people may be experiencing this back and forth between anxiety and calmness, being overwhelmed and or being restful, depending on your vibration. We can all be in the same zodiac sign and still see reality totally different and still sit in a separate vibration. So therefore, those of you who are experiencing anxiety and feeling overwhelmed, the idea is to kind of spike your vibration up so that you can get into that calm state, the relaxed state. So, and this depends. There's certain topics of life that may bring one into anxiety, whether it's communication, creativity, business, work, relationships. That depends. People's energy flex, and they are triggered by different things. The system knows that. Reality knows that. The all knows that, right? So from June 11th to the 20th, you're dealing with the 10 of Swords. So this is dealing with betrayal, endings, defeat, recovery, regeneration, and beginnings. So if you are so happen to be in this born in between like June 11th and the 20th, and you feel like you've experienced the betrayal, endings, and defeat, the object here and the concept, because it's in a medium frequency, is to try to flip that into recovery, regeneration, and beginnings. When we look at all of the negative things that take place in our reality, whether it's thoughts, actions, feelings, etc., I do it myself. I'm a human. The object is to try to flip it into the positive aspect of reality so that you get the best with the most out of the situation. Now, Mars is in a lower frequency throughout the rest of the year because it's 2024, and so that's an 8. I'm looking at this. We're dealing with Mars. Mars is in Aries. I'm using multiple systems, so I don't want y'all to get lost. When we're dealing with this system or the energy of Mars, we're dealing with like March 21st through the 30th, right? And that's dealing with the Two of Wands. And so people may experience a little unrealistic thinking and feeling in certain situations, feel strife. And, there's people that may feel this energy of procrastination and stagnation that may take place. The object is what? To flip out of that into the higher frequency. So if you're dealing with things that people outside of you or even you are saying is unrealistic, or you're dealing with some type of strife or procrastination, then you have to force yourself out of that energy because the 8 is in a low energy for the year 2024. Now, technically this is from 3:30 to like 4:10. You're dealing with the 3 of Wands. Delays, obstacles, and distractions. These are the things that we are trying to refrain from. That's why the 8 is in the low. So, if you do experience delays, then you're going to look at all of the positive aspects of delays, whether that's relationships, money, jobs, creative ideas, groups of individuals, obstacles. Those can come from within or without. So you have to look at those. Are you your own obstacle, or are there other people around you or indirectly trying to create obstacles? And then the disorganization. When you're dealing with obstacles, of course, it's going to create this vibration of not being organized. All of this is about obstacle. Everyone deals with it. I've dealt with it. I deal with it right now. I just dealt with it while I'm sitting here talking to you doing the reading. So from April 11th to April 20th, you're dealing with the 4 of Swords. Tension, change, and transition. Also, if you're dealing with it in tarot, you're dealing with rest, needing to regenerate, meditation, prayer. Sometimes this deals with illness. People may not see it that way, but sometimes it does. And so I would look at it as the discussion of if there are people in this time frame or born in this time frame right now that's particularly dealing with illness, then you have to look at how you are vibrating. A lot of people not understanding that how we vibrate produces certain illnesses and certain sicknesses. If we're thinking about money, I did a reading on another channel, but if we're discussing money and money controls whether we feel happy or we feel sad, then it determines what vibration we are in. And so this affects our mind and our organs in the body and everything about us. And so therefore it can create a degeneration or a generation. It just depends, or a regeneration, or sustainment. People have to think about it in that way. Anything outside of the mind and the body that can control your vibration tells you that you are simply not under control of your reality. If people or things, technology, so on and so forth, wants to control reality, then you have to understand the power of the mind, the brain, the heart, and the natural connection. And there's plenty of people that talk about it. So anyway, the object, once again, is to stay out of the lower vibration of Mars right now. We are in Capricorn right now. Right now it's in the 11 and 2. It's secrets, things that's not known, being tapped into the spirit and the energy and the universe. That's what we're doing right here. If you're dealing with the Chinese astrology, which I just use pretty much for the future, then we're dealing with the ox and we're dealing with the rooster. So it coincides with each other either way. And so I will talk to y'all on the next daily read, which is tomorrow. Some mooches. And I may not use the Chinese system tomorrow. It just depends on how I feel. But I just didn't feel like doing tarot cards down. And you might see that happen a few times during these reads. But I'll talk to you later. Smooches!